Peace and joy, guys. Welcome back to another video, Drumheller Farms. Today we are several hundred miles off from the Drumheller Farm, visiting a cattle farm here in the UP of Michigan called VEESER Cattle Company, and I'll put a link to his channel down in the description. You guys can check his channel out. Don't forget to tell him who sent you. But for now, enjoy some beautiful views of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Here we are. We've made it to the farm. All right, we got Ben here. VEESER.
Ladies and gentlemen, good to see you. Good to have you here, Nathan.
Yeah, so explain to me a little bit about your operation, what you guys got going on around here.
Fifth generation. I took over in 2017. An obvious cow-calf operation here. Shy of 100 head. I run roughly about 400 acres. Alfalfa, sorghum, just your general hay crops and whatnot, to basically tend to these cows, and a heifer lot, steer lot during the winter. I don't really know what else to say. I'm usually the one holding the camera. Yeah. This is weird to me.
Selling a little bit of direct to the consumer marketing, and then also selling a little bit of calves out to the market, a little bit of both. Correct. On that.
I deal obviously with the commercial market with feeder calves and whatnot. I do some butchering during the year, and I also practice. I got into this a few years ago, and one thing we do here is practice at least 50% or better AI genetics, and then therefore I raise bulls for sale, you know, yearly, and good genetic background heifers.
So when you're looking at your cattle market, you know, selling meat or selling to, you know, selling your calves out on market, is the bulls right there with those other two? I mean, would you rather sell the bulls? What would be your number ideal cow or cattle to raise?
The bulls is a good business to be in. I have found that the bull market here, I do have a small niche, is well, it's acceptable to keep doing. In fact, I sell yearling bulls.
Right.
I don't sell 2-3-year-old bulls. I'll sell them when I'm done with them.
Right.
But you know, they're barn raised through the winter to protect from, you know, that first year scrotal freeze, which I consider very important. You know, grain twice a day, and yeah, I'm having some fun with it. You know, the open heifers with a good genetic background, the bulls. I did get into some bred heifer sales. I stopped doing that because as a cow-calf operator, it breaks my heart selling them about a month and a half before due date. But
meaning though you've raised them this whole time with a calf in them, and just when you're about to get there, the profits of them, you know, the fruits of the labor, it's selling
not there.
Right.
Number one, that's not there. And two, it just breaks my heart as a cow-calf operator.
So you got a lot of local guys that have seen your herd and they're happy with what you're raising here, and have said, hey, you know, I would like to get some of those heifers. I'd like to get a bull from you.
This YouTube thing has, I never set out to do this. This was just about having fun. It's big. It still is just for me.
Yep.
As disrespectful as that sounds. But for example, I've got a couple of bulls this year that are going downstate Michigan, and it's because of the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And
so you raise all your own feed here on the farm. You said you do alfalfa and some sorghum.
Yep. I bale wrap a lot.
Is that because in the area that you're in, it's really hard to get good dry product, or, you know, how is that?
Well, wrapped bales is also a good sellable product if you have enough.
I know some guys down by me, you know, they'll wrap some bales because heck, they might cut something in late September or something. They can't get it to dry.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are generally wetter up here, and you know, you lose a couple weeks in the spring and you lose a couple in the fall. Talking to Ben here, you know, we've been talking about what time he goes out grazing, what time he goes and starts feeding hay in the fall, and obviously they're further north than we are up in the, you know, the UP. So he's losing a couple weeks in the spring, losing a couple weeks in the fall because of just geographically where he's at.
Yes.
So the wrapped hay, basically he can go out there, cut the hay, cut the sorghum or whatever product it is, and wrap it wet. You don't have to let it dry like you would hay.
That's a great contributor to having the wrapper. Yes.
Yeah.
If you can't get it at that perfect, you know, moisture content, wrap it.
Right.
For the most part, we have one hell of a nice summer here, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is your deal?
1104 wants love.
No, I really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the visit. And yeah, I like this. I really do.
Yeah, check out his channel, VEESER Cattle Company. Said it right finally.
Yep.
And it's got a cool operation here, a nice herd up here in the UP of Michigan. You know, you don't see too much farming land up here. You don't see a lot of, you know, cattle being raised out here. And this is fifth generation. Fifth generation. That's really cool, man. Carrying on the tradition and you know, doing what you love. I know when we get home, on our way home, we're gonna be saying, man, we miss our cattle. It's just something about it. It's just something about raising the animals. It's something about being a caretaker. You know,
caretaker to the property, the land,
yes,
the animals, the responsibility. There's a heartfelt ordeal to it.
It's a large responsibility, but it's also one that is very honorable to take, I think.
Yes.
Being a good land steward, being a good steward to the animal.
Yes.
And we're gonna keep checking out some stuff on his farm here.
1104.
I bet it's a beautiful sight grazing that hillside in the summer, huh?
It really truly is.
$12.02. Lost your mama.
Warm up just a little bit. Nice. This pot liquor is fantastic.
Oh, a little vent-free wall unit.
Nice.
This is the old milk house. Bulk tank was right here.
Wow.
Obviously, that's all gone now. This farm has always been milking. In fact, Dad stopped milking, let's say 2000, 2001. The highest we ever milked here was 52. And a family of 6 was raised on that.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We all worked 7 days a week.
Two milkings a day or something?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. I knew what a 40-hour work week was at the age of 7.
Mhm.
I did?
Yeah.
All right, maybe 8.
You know what's crazy is even though the dairy business goes
Feels good.
so far away from what we do and kind of what I believe in,
Yep.
quote unquote, I still love them.
He loves them.
I love going to the dairy
Dairy.
farms.
Yes.
Like, you should check out that video that I did of my boy's farm.
I've yet to
It's
dig
so
into
fun.
You, to be very honest
Yeah.
with you. I will.
It's so fun because I think I see the conventional farming and also them interacting so much with the cattle like what we do.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I just think it's really cool. The bull business. Well, I love this, man. It's the old milk house.
Yep.
I like
This
that.
is where all the business was had for
Wow.
a long, long time.
And
This
that's-
is where I grew up, milking cows, helping milk cows. A lot of stuff wasn't here. Of course, these 2 pens right here were not here at that time. Of course, there was room for milking cows here. Those last 2 pens they were maternity pens. But other than that, this was all pipelined, milking cows.
So they'd milk and they'd poop down here in the
Yep.
in these are all,
Which is still operational.
yeah,
In fact, I just replaced a bunch of paddles the other day.
and that goes out to your
Yep.
manure spreader or whatever, right?
Correct.
What are these guys, 2?
No,
These are yearlings.
these are yearlings,
really?
yeah.
They're a
Yep.
year old.
Handsome.
Yep. This is my pride and joy here. This is Henry. Good boy.
Hi, Henry.
He is the future of this farm. He's being kept here. This is mine. And he's a good boy.
He's good looking.
He comes out of what I'm going to call a very renowned bull sire iconic through genetics. I do all my AIing with genetics, excuse me.
He's also a year?
Yep, 1 year. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah,
He
he's-
knows who's in charge. We have not made friends. He's just that docile that I can do that.
big old gut capacity.
Yeah, in fact,
Big
we're just going to
nut.
label him a little bit fat. But see, these boys here, they've been in here for 5.5 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, I do deliberately during the winter for these yearling bulls to escape from scrotal freeze, which is a bull's biggest killer. Right, boy?
So you're gonna keep this one,
Yes, this one's being kept.
and then you've got potentially a few other bulls for sale here, right?
They're almost all spoken for except for a couple.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of them locally.
Yes.
Locally sold.
Most local, but some, I'm very proud to say, some going downstate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's only a year.
Hey, one more
Locked
time.
off today.
We appreciate how valuable your time is.
This was fantastic. I like stuff like this. I really do.
We're glad.
I
We
appreciate
enjoy
it, Ben. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice seeing your operation.
Yeah, it's good to have
And
you guys here.
next time you're down our way, come check us
It's
out.
going to be sooner than later.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
Well, we're always around.
Talk
Give
to you
me,
sooner and later.
Give me a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be holding the camera.
Yes.
All right. All right, guys, just leaving VEESER Cattle Company. Had a great visit with Ben. Go check out his page, VEESER Cattle Company on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hit that subscribe button. God bless.
Peace and joy.